Welcome back to Finders Beepers History Seekers. I'm already freaked out in this place. There's been bangs and noises. I swear I heard a girl laughing, but I think it's at the local farm or something, like the nearby farm. But there was a girl laughing and it just sent a shiver down my spine, so I'm already on edge. So that's a B. If I compensate and go, oh my god, what's that? That's because I'm already a bit freaked out and a little bit scared. But I've heard bangs upstairs and all sorts. But I think the place is, I know the place is falling down around me. So the bangs are probably bits of wood and rock and all sorts just falling down. Now I try and start off, look, so I mean about the beams missing in places and stuff. I usually try and start off in like a kitchen or a cupboard or something that's not that exciting. So I came straight to this bit here. I thought I'll film in here because there's nothing really much to look at, and then it gets better and better as we go around. But while I was stood here, I noticed there's a secret door there in the back of the cupboard and some steps going down to another room. So we'll have to go and look down there in a bit. I've also noticed some weird looking boxes and bits down here. I don't know what they are. So I'm just going to move some stuff and see what this is. It says Wonder on it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's batteries. Look, that next to it looks the same inside. It's like batteries or something. I don't really get what that is. I'm going to have to turn it around and have a look. Oh, in fact, it says 50 volt and 30 volt, 90 volt, all the way around it, look. So it's got to be a big battery. I'm not picking it up then because all stuff will come out of it. But yeah, we'll try and squeeze through there in a bit. Now part of the main bit of the house has fallen down at the end. It's like gone altogether. But I've seen some cool things already in this place, including this room. Now, it's very, very old, like really old. But we may have to go outside to get back inside in certain points. And you'll see what I mean in a bit, but it's because it's so dangerous. Now, at the moment, we're at that funny half light again, where it's starting to go dark outside and the torch doesn't really do its job as it should. But I'll do the best I can for you. Look at that piano. I love it. You know, that is my favourite thing about pianos, the old ones, that they had candles on. I just think it's so cool to think that somebody in like the 1800s, 1700s, 1900s was sat here playing the piano. Oh, 1863. Philippe Henry Hertz Nouveau and Co. Maison Fondue in 1863 Paris. But yeah, can you imagine him sitting here playing the piano in the back end of the 1800s with the candles at night, and how spooky it would feel in this room. They'd be like, the wife would probably be sat on here listening away, and later on they moved from the piano into the early times of the TV. Look at that for a telly. That is massive. It makes me think of like an American TV, that. I don't know why, like thinner at the top and wider at the bottom. I don't know why it makes me think of an American one, but it does. And then an older clock. It's not that old, maybe 40s. I'd say that one. There is loads. This place seems to be filled with books. I might get my bigger torch out in a minute, you know, because it's sort of not doing the best of jobs. I just want to see what sort of age it is, this. Just give me a second, I'll have a look. Here we go. Right, let's see if you've all remembered. MDCCC XX1V. Can anyone remember what that is? I'll teach you again if you don't. If you don't know, M is 1,000, D is 500, CCC is 100, 100, 100. So that's 1,500 plus 300, 1,800. Then you've got XX, which is 20. Now, you would think automatically that it would be 21, 5. but it's when the one's in front of the 5 like that, that means it's 4. So if it was V, 11V, that'd be 3. So that's how it works. So MD CCC 1824. So it's 201 years old, that book. 201 year old. But I don't know what it's about. But yeah, it's crazy to think. And it is in relatively good condition. You can see it's old by, I don't know if you can see the texture of the paper. It's not like modern paper. It's definitely got, you can see it now, look, with the light underneath it. It's not even. So, but yeah, I do like looking to see what age certain books are. And there's plenty of them in this place to look at. I mean, loads and loads. And a lot of them aren't, like they're from 1910, look. Le Noël. Is that not something to do with Christmas? But yeah, 1910. So they're not as old, but I bet you there's some in here that are at least 200, maybe more years old. But we'll have a look through and see what we can find. Now, I don't know if you can hear that. I thought it was a bird at first, but I think it might be frogs. I think it's frogs, but I'm not sure. It might be birds. It's a very odd noise, whatever it is. I hope you can hear that. Imagine being here on your own, suddenly hearing that. It's quite freaky. Right, I'm up onto the better torch now. Right, let's have a look around here. What is this? 1960 Netherlands. I wonder why that's here. Oh God, this floor. I felt it like bow under my feet then. At least you know what that noise is now when you can hear. Oh, it's just the front of a book or something. That's weird. I wonder what... I wonder if that's something to do with it. I don't know. Sorry, I'm being a bit rubbish. I'm having a look and pointing you down here. That's not like me. That's an Andy trick, that one. But oh look, can't be abandoned. Fresh flowers. Let's see. I'm just trying to get a general idea of dates. Like looking at things like that. 1959. So I'm presuming someone was here at least then. I just would like to know when this place was abandoned. But look at it. Like even details of the ceilings. It's biggish rooms, this. For not the biggest of houses. It's quite long, but it's not huge. But I don't know where to look, because like I said, I don't want to just keep looking at books. But there are lots of different things knocking about. Look at them. I wonder if they lived here. Now, I don't know if that's 1800s or early 19. The reason I'm saying that is I don't know, I'm trying not to make it too light because then you'll not see it. Let me just dust it off a bit. 1 sec, let me dust it down. Right, there we go. I've dusted it down a little bit. Yeah, look. I'm just thinking because he's got a bit of like a boater style hat on. They've got what look like Victorian clothes on. Why she's facing the other way, I don't know. Like the woman at the back looks like she's laughing at her. Because everybody else is facing one way and she's facing somewhere else. So I don't know what's going off there. They've got the little parasol umbrella type things, little ones. I don't know, are these two twins? I don't think so. Maybe he's slightly older. He looks like Noel Edmonds at the back there. Definitely. You've got the woman looking across, the old woman looking very stern, and the guy with the boater and the tash. Oh, I do like old photos, me. Like proper old ones. Like, you've got to think, say that is, say, 1890, right? Photos really hadn't been around that long. 30 years, something like that, 40 years. So you've got to think it would have been a massive thing to have a family photo done like that back then. Like silly things that we take for granted. I must have taken, no word of a lie, maybe 150 photos today, because I'm like that. I've got 120, 130,000 photos on my phone. That's crazy to think that they've probably saved up for that photo. They've waited for the photographer to come or them to go to a studio or whatever, and they have that one photo that they've taken of their entire family. Crazy. I just think that's mad. Right, I've just had a bit of a scrabble around underneath there, because there's things that look like photos would be in, like the outside bits. I found this one, this guy in a suit. That looks later, maybe 1920s or something. And I found this one. I think it's a bit freaky. Can't really see it. Tried to get some of the dirt off it. Just let me blow it. Wait a minute. Now, you know what? That could be here. Because like I said, it's quite a long building. You've got the one woman stood there, one there, and there. You've lost her head, unfortunately. Let me just take it back and zoom in on it. One sec. Oh, my fingers are too dirty now. I can't get it to zoom. There we go. That's better, look. Sometimes if I try and put it too close, it doesn't work. But if I zoom in on it, you can see she looks like she's holding a baby. There's a dog on the floor and the woman with the little parasol-y thing with no face. But then I think it could be here, that. Not 100% sure, though. I love it, though, because I just think, like, that photo may not have been seen for 50 years, 70 years. Say if it was the 1950s, it was put in there, which is feasible. Then it could have been shoved in a drawer and left there all those years without anyone even looking at it. And I'm the first person to see it in 70 years, to bring them back to life that maybe lived 120 years ago. Don't you think that's cool? Like, you're almost unlocking history just by looking at a photo that's not being seen. It's probably just my head, how I think about things, but I love it. Now, there's another thing there, look, that says Henri Paul, photographer. I don't know where it is. Boulevard de something. I don't know where that is, but I'm presuming one of these photos will have been what he's taken, and that's come off the back of it. Another big book here. 1874. Well, that's a lot easier to work out, isn't it? 1874 Dictionary d'Education. So we know what it is and we know when it's from. So it seems like there's a lot of things from the late 1800s in here. And to be honest, you look at the place and you can sort of see it, can't you? It's definitely got that feeling of the, apart from the telly, but it's got a feeling of the 1800s. It's got the cross on the wall. It's got the big dark furniture and the table in the corner. And I like these big cupboard things, mate. Hang on a minute. You know what I'm saying about this hidden door? There's an actual door. Am I thick or what? I'm getting all excited about this hidden door, only to find out that there's a way down here anyway. Oh, and it looks good. Oh, we're going back to, is it Miss Havisham's? How many times do I walk into these places and it just brings me back to Great Expectations? Honestly, if you've never seen Great Expectations or read it or whatever, you need to, because then you'll understand. Right. Oh, I can see what looks like a piece of majolica sat on that table as it is. Oh, wow. The room looks bent, you know. Can't actually get in. The door frame's bent. It's all a bit weird. It's all a bit strange. Do you know what I'm going to do? I know it seems weird. I'm going to cough and die. I'm going to shut those shutters to make it dark in here. Right, that's better. I know you think it's strange, but it's because otherwise we get a glare from the windows. You know what? I've got a really strong smell of alcohol. I can smell wine or something strong. I don't know if there's something being spilt somewhere or what. Oh, that kind of makes sense. The cellar's behind us. Oh, and there's alcohol in there as well. There's thousands of bottles by the looks of things down there, so that's probably what I can smell. Right, let's keep looking then and see what we can find. I actually don't think it is Majolica. Well, it isn't. It isn't Majolica, but I thought it was when I first looked. Oh, this room though. This room's just got a very weird, lopsided feel to it. Like I said, it's like this whole room is just going to collapse at some point. And if you saw the rest of the house, you probably would agree that it might do any minute, because it's crazy outside. Look at this piece of furniture. For a start, right, she looks Dutch. We've already had something Dutch earlier on, but her clothing looks Dutch. Then you've got a guy up at the top there laying down. Zoom in a bit. Laying down, playing what looks like bagpipes. There's another one over at that side with no head. I don't know what he's doing. But a very, very interesting piece of furniture, that. Oh, there's another guy at this side. So you got, is it a shovel? Yeah. Never seen one held up by people before like that, instead of pieces of wood. That's really good. And quite ornate handles on it as well, look. Are they like dolphins? They look like dolphins. How the Romans used to do dolphins. And then, yeah, really ornate wood as well. For me, this is, I know I say it, and it's no disrespect to any other explorer at all, I promise you. I'm not being horrible, it's just a different style. But this is why I can't watch other explorers. Because I know when I watch them, they'd look in that cupboard and they'd walk straight past it. And for me, to miss something like that, a detail like that, I couldn't do it. I get excited over stuff like that. And I just think, how can you go into a place like that with so much history? And the history is not just in a photograph or like, oh, the building's falling down. Because that's what they'd probably play on. Oh, it's dangerous in here. And it is. It's ridiculously dangerous. But you've got all this stuff from the late 1800s just sat there looking at you, and you skim over it. How do you do? I can't get my head around it. I really can't. Maybe I'm just a dick. Maybe I'm just like OCD and can't stop thinking about certain things. But I don't know. Either way, it seems a shame to me. Even the outside of the doors, look. You've got a guy that's caught a rabbit, been out hunting, caught a rabbit with his dog, going back to the wife with her bucket. And look, she's got clogs on. It's Dutch, this. I'm telling you. Oh, he has as well. It's Dutch. It's Dutch. I reckon the people that lived here were Dutch or something, because there's that Dutch thing in there, and now there's this. There's a well with, I don't know what those things are. It looks like the well's got bollocks, but I don't think it has. And then that up there as well. It's a bit like the green man's face up there. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm going to say let's have a look what's on the other door. But the other door appears to be on the other floor. You can't really... There's a bit of it, look. Let's pick it up. Put it on the table. Oh, it's another sort of hunting scene, look. Two blokes going out, shooting. So that's cool. Oh, look at this bowl. Right, so the first thing I saw was the little sheep and the boy and girl around the outside and the cat. And then I noticed that little head. How cool is that? I don't think I've ever seen a plate like that before. That's really, really good. I don't know what this is. That is stoneware. It's got whatever it is in it. But yeah, it's got... I'm going to have to smell it. I don't know whether I should... I'm definitely not drinking it before anyone's... Oh, I can't. Oh, that's a shame. I feel like I've broken that now. But yeah, it's stoneware, that. Little stoneware bottle. What else we got? Look at that bizarre corkscrew. Have you ever seen a corkscrew like that before? Obviously, you twist it in, and then you do something, and it just badoings out. Looks bloody lethal, that does. What else we got? Little torch. Some old looking bottles as well. That's not got anything in it. It's got a little stamp on the front there. Let's keep going around. Trophies. Oh, they're all full of water. No wonder things are falling down. if that much water's getting in. Jesus. Right, what's it say? Offe poi beton chantier charente limousine. That doesn't look that old, that one. None of them look that old. They look maybe like 90s or even early 2000s. So maybe it's not that long since someone's been in here, but it looks like it is. What is that bottle? I always used to like them when I was younger. Like the proper ones though, not the cheap tack ones. But that is a weird bottle. It's got like a glass bit at the top. It's a very odd shape. Really weird. Another bottle opener. I don't know what that is. What's it say on it? Oh, I don't know. Some more trophy. Oh, 1996. For de Terrain. Groupama Assurances. No idea. Let me know if you can work out what they're for. If it means anything. But they've got a big, look at that, fire. That looks quite old as well. Maybe 20s or something. I can't believe I almost missed this whole room. Like, I would have probably slipped through that little thing, but I can't believe I didn't see the door. Like, how do you miss a big door like that? But it's because there were cupboards on each side, so I didn't really look properly. Now, I don't know what this is in front of me. I don't really know what any of this is in front of me. I know what the little weird-looking doll thing is, and another one in there as well. But what is this? It looked like something to do with an oil lamp when I first looked at it, but then I thought, well, obviously not. Same with that one. Also, what is that? It looks like the world's biggest bloody door handle. It's massive. God knows. Oh, I didn't notice you were there. Hello. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. I just didn't realise you were there. It's like Andy. And then a picture of a girl and then two other girls with their heads cut off. That's the thing back in the day. If you took a photo, you got it wrong, you're fucked. There's no checking to make sure you've got it right. I can't believe that was our age. Like, when we were growing up, that was what we had to deal with. And like today, if you mess up a photo, you're thick. Like, there's something wrong with you. Because you have so many opportunities to get it right. And like, you look at it and think, nah, or let's just change where I am for the angle for the lighting, or I've missed the top of their head off. Like, do you know what I mean? You can take it again. Then you couldn't. It's weird. I can't believe I didn't even realise I'm leaning on a massive safe. And it is a big safe as well. Oh, there's photos in here. Little family. I'm going to put it up there. There we go. It's not focusing very well. But yeah, woman with a little boy on her knee and two girls. I'll put it back in a minute, don't worry. And then there's lots of photos, not lots of photos, lots of letters and bills. And I noticed there's a lot of stuff like that on the floor as well, like to do with credit places and all sorts. And I'm guessing the money's been cleared out a long time ago. I just wonder if I always think, is there like a hidden drawer somewhere? Something extra that you're going to find? I would love to find a load of money in one of these places. Obviously, I wouldn't take it, although I have heard of people recently taking lots of money out of things, which is bad. Reims. It was made in Reims, that, which is sort of northern France, I think. But it's a big, big safe. Yeah, I don't know if it's just clickbait photos, but I keep seeing people that have found like big wads of money, like old notes, and they're spending them, or they're taking them to the bank and get them changed and stuff like that they found in abandoned houses. And it's bad. It's really, really bad. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, the money is the least thing that I worry about people stealing from these places. Like, personal items that are worth money, it's bad. Money is just money, but it's still not yours. You shouldn't be taking it. Like, don't get me wrong, everybody wants 40 grand that everyone's forgotten about. But I don't know. It's just weird, isn't it? It's one of those weird things. I don't know how you are legally as well. Say if you took it away and gave it to the police in the police station, have you burgled that house even though you've given it to the police? I don't know how it would work. Now, don't get me wrong. I definitely do overthink things. I definitely do look at things like that and think, oh God, what if this happened, or what if that happened, or like, I think through every eventuality, and I probably shouldn't even care about it, but I don't know. It's interesting to know what would happen if you did that. Some weird items in here. Like, what is this for? This item here. This thing got an hole in the bottom and a dangly bit. Oh, is it a percolator of some sort? I'm not sure. Then you've got this from Barcelona, which isn't a million miles from here, really. I hate it when it's all gone a bit mushy and a bit wet, because I just don't want to touch any of it. And normally I'd like rifle through stuff and have a look and see what, like, get things out like this. Oh, is that? Are they Dutch as well? I think she looks Dutch. Don't know about the men. I don't know what Dutch men wear, but that woman looks a bit Dutch. I don't know. Or maybe German. She could look German. You see, that's it now. I've got it in my head. There's a Dutch connection. Find everything to do with the Dutch. Hunt the Dutch. I am a bit stupid like that. Oh, there's another coat of arms there as well, and where the big lock bit was as well. So they must have had some relatively important things in here at some point to have a big lock on it like that. Right, let's keep going through this way. I don't think we're going to get very far though. Oh, we've not looked in this cupboard. Oh my lord. I'm scared if I open this door that, look, right? That is breaking. That is probably holding up that, which is probably holding up the ceiling. So I don't really want to be opening doors properly, because if it releases that pressure and then it just all comes down, I swear this whole ceiling would be on my head. And I don't really appreciate things like that happening. So I'm going to try and be careful and just slip my fat body inside here and not knock anything over. Look, there's another room through there, but I ain't climbing over that knowing what I can see above here. What's in that? Look like pickled eggs gone wrong, those. I don't know what that is. That looks like bloody pickled brain. They're chestnuts. No idea. I like that. I'm a fan of that. It reminds me of Golden Axe, where you used to kick them little blue men and they used to give out potions, and it's like the potions out of Golden Axe. That's what it makes me think of. But yeah, they've got lots and lots of pickled and jarred up stuff. But I better not try and move anything, really. Not a good idea. I often think, what would I do if there was a rumbling and it felt like the floor was about to collapse or the ceiling? And I always think, did you hear that noise then? Like a... That was weird. Anyway, I always think, should I get in the doorway? I think that's probably the safest place, like under a door frame. I don't know. It is a scary thought. And would you even have time to? Right, moving through here. I don't think we're going to get far. Oh, we're not. And I'll show you why in a minute. So there's a bed there. There's a big door there. There's a bed there with just stuff thrown on top of it. There's a door there which we can't get through. And this is what I'm on about, how dangerous this place is. And like I said, I know I'm not focusing on it because it'll make me nervous. But look at that room. All those big beams that have come down, literally 2 floors of stuff is on that floor. Now, how easy, looking at what I'm stood underneath, is that to happen again in this room? Because we're right next to it. Look at the wall there. how it's bowing out. It is there as well. Oh my God, it's making me worse the more I talk about it. But that's what I'm saying. That then leans. So look at that angle. It's that angle, but actually the floor's at that angle. So it's leaning this way. So all I'd need to do is open that door properly and the whole lot would possibly go through. It's scary. Look at the walls as well. You can see how old it is. It's like wattle and daub. It really is. So it will have been made out of like dirt and poo and grass or straw. So it's a really, really old building. And I wouldn't have thought, even though they do last forever, like once you start putting a bit of pressure on that wall, it's not going to take much, is it? Now, I know there's a few of you going, yes, we know. Now, just move out of there. Tell us somewhere else. But I like it. It interests me. And I like the danger. The danger's good. I wish you could see how crooked that door was as well. It's like one end of it, like the bottom of it is thinner than the top. It's shifted to one side. It's like the house has dropped. If you look at the crack down there, everything's dropped to one side. It's gonna go soon, this place. Very soon. I like that hair plate or rabbits or whatever they are. That's good. Now, if you're nervous for me now, you definitely will be nervous for me when I go upstairs, because it's going to be worse. Now, I'm not going down the cellar yet, because I know there is another part to that cellar at the other side of the building. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the upstairs, the other side of the building first, then upstairs, and then I'll come back to this, because I want to make sure I get all the good stuff before it collapses on my head. Right, I'm making my way back up to the room where I didn't know where the door was. It's because that other door was in front of it as well. I like this though. I've zoomed right out so you can see it. I like this. I think it's really nice. I know it's quite plain, but when it was new, it's quite a nice piece of furniture. Have you heard it out there now? All sorts of noises. A little Oliver Twist book as well. I wonder when that's from. Imagine. Oh, 19. What? What year is that? Now, if you'd asked me what year that was, I would have said 1999. But it can't be. 1999 to 1996 makes no sense for a start. Is it 1955 to 1956? That would make more sense, I think. I think that definitely looks right. Is there an actual date in the book? Because that might help. If it's a new book, for example, that they've given to the... Yeah, 1955, look. There we go. So that makes sense. 1955 to 1956. It was given. That's good. Right, I just sat down for a minute. Just to take in the world, because when I finished here I've got a hell of a lot of driving to get back to the airport. But I started to have a minute, just listen. Now there's something moving about upstairs, like a knock knock knock, knock knock knock, but like not like somebody knocking, like a Death Watch Beetle kind of knocking, click click click. That sort of thing. You hear that up there? Also, this room is like something out of a room of illusions or something. The floor on the right hand side of the room is about a foot lower than the other side. And I've noticed from sitting down behind the telly, half of the wall has crumbled away and is now sat behind the TV. But the room leans to the left, the floor leans to the right. It's just weird. So yeah, if we start up at this end, look, you can see all the wall that is now like underneath the TV stand. And you can see the black edging of the room. See it down in the bottom corner down, where is it? Down here, this bit. That's like the edging to the room, right? So follow that black edging. Imagine, say the line of it's here, Or I'll put it halfway up the camera, look. So it's there. I keep following it across. And then all of a sudden, it takes a nosedive. You can see where it should have been. And it drops about a foot into the corner of that room. And that's why that is so lopsided at that side. But then the ceiling goes the other way. It twists the other way. So the whole house is sort of like toppling over on itself. The bottom's been pushed that way and the top's been pushed that way. So at some point soon, this whole room, just like the one we've seen in there, is going to be flattened. Now I reckon this place is 1600s, something like that. 1700s, maybe even 1500s. It's old, it's bloody old, you can tell. And I know a lot of you will be like, oh, you're not worrying that it's going to fall down. It's stood here all this time. I'd have to be very unlucky for it to collapse on me out of the whole time it's been here. So, yeah, of course I'm worried. I don't want it to fall down. But I'm not that worried that I'm going to go, right, I've got to get out of here. But to be honest with you, I'm more sad than anything else. I'm sad that it's seen so much over the years, this house. So many people that have lived here, maybe the same family, and it's going to be gone. And it is. There's no saving this now. It's done. It's gone forever. As soon as it starts to crumble more, well, it's already done it on that side, it's not savable anymore. So I'm just taking a second just to sit here in silence and mourn for the place. It's a bit weird, but I just thought I'd spend some time with it. Right, after my 10-minute relax, just sitting there, after driving all day just about, I just noticed the Hoover I'd missed. What else has I just seen? Yeah, I wonder what was there, where this board is. I wonder if there's a big mirror or something on that bit, on that section. There was something was there, I just don't know what. Also, what is happening here? Like, where's the rest of the door? Like, the door's there, but the rest of the wall is missing. Next to it, there's a whole big panel missing out of the wall, which is, I just think is so strange. Don't you? It's got a lock on it as well. What's it like on the other side? Can't move it. The key's good though. It's quite plain, to be fair. The key's good. Oh, look. Are they... Is that a little jelly mould? What is it? Oh, no. Is it an ashtray? Are they ashtrays? Oh, they're ashtrays. I'm not used to seeing ashtrays anymore. But yeah, look at this. Stuff behind here. It's like little cupboards. It's all a bit odd, isn't it? Oh, wow. Look in here. Look through here. Oh, wow. Look at that pram. What a pram that is. Oh, it needs a little dolly in it or something. I suppose it's an actual baby's pram. It's not just a doll's pram. But look at that. How good is that? What era is that from? It's like... It's almost like space age. It's good though, that. Look round at the front. It's got a bumper on. Oh, it's so you could sit your child in that front bit as well. So the baby would go in there and then the child could sit on the front, I think. That's what it looks like to me. It's pretty solid, so yeah. And you've got a little foot bumper there. That's really good. Oh, and then the piano with the little... Oh, I don't know why, but that's a bit... Makes me feel a bit disturbed. The cross on the baby chair. It's all a bit weird, isn't it? But yeah, look. We've got an armless angel. Another French Parisian piano with good legs. I'd like a good Parisian with good legs. Not gonna lie. Oh. A very, very old looking damaged ball up there. And then baby Jesus with his 45-year-old head on a tiny baby. And why did they always do that to Mary's nose as well? Like the longest, thinnest nose with a tiny mouth. It's like really strange. And the angels look like they're 45 as well. Like that is not the head of a baby. That is the head of a 45-year-old man who's starting to recede. Definitely. Definitely. I don't know why they do it like that. Why they used to paint them like that. And then you've got some more bits here for candles. Obviously not little miniature candles, but it used to have the fittings on it at some point. It does work. I didn't think it'd work anymore. But that has made my day. That is the thing, out of everything we've seen so far, that really stands out. Like really stands out as something a bit different to what you would normally see. Oh, definitely coming back down here to get some photos in a bit. Right, what's in this cupboard? Can I get round to the cupboard without... I don't really want to move the pram, but I can't move the door, so I'm going to have to move the pram. Just move it out a little bit. Oh, I don't want to break the pram. And I've got something up my bum. There we go, look. Oh, look. What? Confitures and Eloi. How do you pronounce that? St. Eloi. St. Eloi? With fruits. I don't know what fruit and sugar, but I don't know what fruit would be in there. Maybe marmalade or something. And then some sort of toiletry thing. What else have we got up here? Lots of little tiny cups for coffee. Oh, is that? That might be off the piano, look. It is, look. It's one of the fittings for the piano that's been broken off. That's a shame. And some very odd looking bits of pottery and things in here. That looks old. That says Dax on it. Dax? What does Dax mean now? I feel like I've seen Dax on something before, but that looks really, really old. Looking out for little bits hidden away. Look at the colour of that. It's broken, but it's good. So I'll just move that out just to have a look at it and see if there's anything in it as well, really. There's a bottle, like a stopper in it. I found a couple of other bits. There's a picture of a man there. There's one of the candles that they probably actually used on the piano. I had to look at the piano to know what the piano was then, because my brain went stupid. And then there's this. Look at this. It says, it's Joan of Arc again. It says, oh, I can't read it. B-I-E-N-H, St. Joan of Arc. Priez Poor News. I feel like it's something like Joan of Arc died for you or something, but I don't know. 1412 to 1431. It's quite good, that. It's not, it looks like a solid big coin, but it's quite flimsy. It's come off something. I don't know what though. And then there's just this that says Madame Lavat or Madame Laval. I don't know what that is either. Right, there's a car. Or something just driving up now, a van. I hope they don't stop. Because my car's up there and this road doesn't really go to anything other than like a farm. So they'll know I'm in here. Definitely know I'm in here. Anyway, let's keep going before we get caught. I'm confused what this is. If I had to guess, I'd say it's a speaker. A massive, massive old speaker. But it doesn't seem to fit in this house. Like, why would it be here? I don't really know. Also, what? Oh, this is, I've seen these before. I know what this is. Oh, if I can pick it up. Somebody's had a nip joint done. I swear I saw that in the drawer. Down there, someone's hip joint. But yeah, there's 2 x-rays. Big x-rays of someone's operation for having a new hip. Which is bizarre. I still think it's bizarre that people get to keep them. because we don't really in the UK. I think you can request them. Oh, it is definitely a speaker, look. Because you can see it at the back. What is this for here? I can't... I'll just put that there. That's better. It's like a garlic squeezer, like a pulper or whatever it is. I don't know what that would be for. Potatoes? I don't know. You've got a little iron. You've got a little coffee thing. And a little jug. And then quite a nice, if it weren't broken, what do you call that? What's the word for it? I'm a bit rubbish today at words. I'm so tired. I'm like on my 4th day of 5 exploring. That's good as well. I know what that is actually, I think. That's when you, say if you go in to get something, in fact it goes with this, look, that's that green as well. Oh, it's beautiful. Say if you want to open something though, you sort of stick that in and pull it to get it open. It says, I can't get it, why will nothing focus today? Nothing will focus at all. There we go, look. Yeah, and that cooker, I would love that cooker because it's such a beautiful colour of green, which you can't really see. Maybe around this side, look. I would love that in a proper farmhouse kitchen. I think that'd look really good. I really do. You can't really tell. I think that's the best way of seeing what colour it is. Why will nothing focus in this corner? Really odd. But yeah, I came over to look at this, didn't I? Because I think there's stuff in it. Look, I knew it. I knew it. But once again, look. It's not really focusing very well, is it? It's like there's something blocking the camera. I'm pressing on it to make it focus. Oh, there we go. It's finally done it. Weird. Right, I've moved them over next to the window so I don't even have to use my torchlight. I can have a look at them all. Oh, they look like they're at school. Maybe sat outside here. I've got a dog. I don't know what era I would say these are from, but they're good. Some nice photos. I just wonder if they're here. Is that a... Oh yeah, look. Oh. What is... Oh, it's that way. It's a baby. I got it sideways and it looked like a weird face. But it's a baby, a negative of a baby. Yeah, I do wonder if any of these photos are here. What's, has he got like a uniform on? That's all right. He's got a weird hat on the right, look. It's good to see though, because we're used to seeing photos from like the UK of what they used to dress in. And it's very different in a lot of countries. I can't really open a lot of these because they're all curled up. I don't think there's any left to look at anyway. A little girl with some flowers. This one's good. This one's... What's the writing on it? What's it say? 1929. I have to hold it. How do I hold it? That's it, look. Yeah, look, 1929. Almost 100 years ago, looking back at us. That's mad. So just as I stopped filming then, a bat flew straight through here and straight at me. I had to put my hand up like that to stop it, like getting me in the face, and it flew into my hand. And bats are they're always out to kill me, I swear. Always out to get me. But yeah, it like literally just flew, and it looked like it was going to go hit me straight in the face, and it just went straight into, like, off my hand and straight round over my head. That's so weird. Right, we've looked at everything in here. I think we've looked at everything downstairs that we can get to. So I think we're going to have to go upstairs now, which I'm a bit worried about. Not going to lie. Seeing what I've seen down here, it just seems a bit weird, doesn't it? That we're going to be going upstairs above all that. What's in there? What is happening there? For a start, I feel like the floor doesn't exist down there. Is there a door? I feel like there's a door, but it's all blocked up. There's a sink there. What a weird place for a sink. I think it's a really strange little room, that. Really strange. Wattle and daub walls again, though, by the looks of things. Right, up we go. Now, these stairs look sound enough, to be fair, although they are covered in feathers. Is it eider duck when it's that pattern? I can't remember. But yeah, absolutely covered. It'll be out of one of the beds. Right, I don't know whether to be a little bit worried or not. So that's just happened a minute ago. And my hand started to really sort of throb and sting. And I've noticed I'm cut. It's cut me. Now, I don't know whether for definite if it's the bat that did it, or me like hitting something else, or what, or before that, or what, but surely it's not good to get bitten by a bat or scratched by a bat. I'm going to end up with some disease. I've already had fleas all over me this week, so now it's from fleas to bats. Awful. I don't know if you can hear it, but the bells are ringing outside. Don't think you'll hear it, it's off in the distance. But the floor here is terrible. There's a big barn that's like half fallen down out there. I don't know if we can get to or if it's worth going to. But look at this. And this is in the solid part of the house. This is the good bit. This is the bit where I was not concerned about everything breaking and me dying. But now, I'm not so sure, because they are exposed, very old wooden beams from like 400 years ago. That is worrying. It's more than worrying. It's extremely worrying. Also, this wall, I don't know if you've noticed, window, this wall's been added later on. It would have opened right out the top of these stairs. They've turned it into a bedroom. Anyway, on into here, and it is a bedroom. Oh, look at that book. Oh, I love that. I absolutely am in love with that. I wonder when it's from. But there's not going to be any thing on it unless it's signed. I think that's just printed. Please have a date on it. It's about something to do with Limoges, which is, oh, look at it. I love it when it has the like paper in between, because you know it's old. Yeah, look, Limoges, it says at the bottom there. And it's even got the look. I can't get it to focus and show you and do everything at the same time. Just a minute. Right, let me zoom out and zoom in. Can you see where it says Barbeau Frere Editors? There's the little lines to help them like put it in the right place and everything. It's so basic and so old. I love it. I really do love it, but there's no dates in it at all. You can feel the writing on it. It's almost raised. But I love that cover. And it's obviously Limoges itself on the outside of it. That is beautiful. There's not many book covers that would make me go that excited. I wish you could say what that up there was. I don't know. Anyway, I'll stop creaming over a book now. Now the book next to it, under it, sorry, is from 1819. Letters de Madame de Sévigné. I don't know how you say that. New edition from 1819. And like, don't get me wrong, it's not in absolutely wonderful condition, but look how the edges of the paper aren't uniform and straight. They're just like not finished. You can tell how old that book is. So that is over 200 years old, that book. 200 years old, and it's just sat in here waiting to be covered by rubble and never to be seen again. And then this one is 1878. So Poitiers is not far from here. Paris obviously is. But yeah, it's they're really good. I really like those. I know a few people will be like, how can you like a book that you can't even understand what it says? It's just the fact that it's that old. And it's like, whose hands has it been in? Like, what? Who bought it in the first place? Who wrote it? What's it about? Maybe I'm weird, but I like stuff like that. I've got a lot of little bits in here. Something religious. 1958, souvenir. 1958. 8th of June. And then you've... Oh, wait. Is it someone's marriage? Because it says some names at the bottom, look. But apparently they're both a butcher. So surely that can't be right. Oh, no, First Communion. It says it at the top there, look. Souvenir de First Communion. That makes sense. And then you've got a Le Chasseur Français from 1955. So there's a lot of stuff from the 50s in here. And then there's a lot of stuff from the late and mid 1800s. So it's like there's maybe 3 generations of stuff in there, like added up together. Yeah, for me, it just makes me think that possibly it's his stuff, like the farmer or whoever that lived here in the 50s, his mum and dad's stuff and his grandma and granddad's stuff. That seems to make sense. Although all the furniture and everything is like 1800s. So God knows, maybe he just lived to be like 200 years old or something. Now nothing, let me zoom out. Nothing seems to be in one piece. Look at this wardrobe, it's all fallen to like pieces at the back. One knock and that's gone. It's just everything, every item in here is just so unsafe. We've got little religious things on the floor. I think that is as well, look. Yeah, loads of like little bits of religious artwork. Oh, these chests are good. Oh, that big one is at the bottom. Really like that. And then the big bed. Now, for me, that's not big enough to be a double bed. But it's too small, too big to be a single bed. So what is it? Is it for 2 thin people? Because that ain't getting 2 fatties in it. But I suppose, did you have 2 fatties back in those days? Right? That's probably more, that is how I'm seeing it at the moment. That sort of size. So yeah, you're not getting 2 fat people in there. No point me trying to sleep in it. I know you're going to tell me off, but I have got to lose some weight. Otherwise my knees will never bloody recover. But it is good. It is a good bed. I do like it. I like the metal framed ones. Right. This reminds me of somewhere else. Do you remember we've been somewhere before? And there's flowers on the beds. Like they've almost been put there out of respect for the people that have died. And then never moved and the bed's never been changed or anything like that. I know we've seen that somewhere before, but I can't think where it was. Then you've got a big old, look at the wedding photo at the back there. I don't know when that is either. That's looking at her hat at the front. Wait a minute. This one here at the front, 20s, 30s max. It's got to be, it's not, she looks a bit like the Queen. Oh no, maybe she shouldn't, she's a bit like a man. Sorry. But yeah, no, I reckon that's 20s or 30s that. So that's probably the parents' marriage then, innit? So you've got the one in the 1950s that lived here. The parents, saying that though. No, maybe it's the one that had got the stuff from the 50s then. I don't know. It could be the parents, it could be the child. Because if there's a pram downstairs, a baby chair downstairs, you think like a younger couple. So maybe it was the parents' house from like the late 1900s and then they got married in the 1920s. That'd make sense, they'd be in the 20s. Then by the time the 1950s came around, they'd be in their 50s and their children would be in the 30s, which would make sense to have the stuff for the kids down here as well. So, don't know, maybe if it's been passed on in generations, that would make sense, really. Now, I've become a bit obsessed with books, and anyone that doesn't like books, unfortunately, you're going to have to look at lots of books. 1920. I'm not really bothered about what they are. It's how old they are that interests me. Also, this wallpaper, when is this from? It's quite an odd colour. I don't know whether it's been stained over time, like with smoking and things like that, or if it was just naturally that colour. I don't know. Then you've got another big, chunky heater type thing, which is good. And then I've just noticed, oh, I've not noticed those. Look at the girl. Look at her. That's quite a weird one, isn't it? It's another one of these picture drawing combinations. But it's good, that. And the light in the corner. I do like big light stand type things like that. But yeah, what's this? Is it all knitting stuff? It looks like knitting stuff though. Knitting needles and balls of wool. Bloody hell, look at these shoes. Look at the shoes. Let's put this up here somewhere. Please don't fall out the window. They are so chunky. Like that, your foot only goes to there, and that's all wood. And that's wood. So you'd be raised up loads. Look, my finger only goes in that far. So it's like there, and that's all wood. But look, it's also been repaired, like quite crudely repaired, like they would back in the day. So it's sort of like a clog, because it's wood, it's all wood. Like, and it's got nails in the bottom. I reckon it's quite old, that, you know. I reckon that shoe is at least 100 years old, at least. That's mad to think that they just sat down here like that. But there's some right kick to them. Imagine getting booted with them on. Bloody hell. Anyway, is that an urn? We ain't got any ashes in there, have we now? Thank the Lord. But yeah, there's some good stuff in here. I really do like it. I dread to think what we're going to find when we walk the other way, though. There's just going to be some death drop when we get further up there. It's just going to be horrendous. Right, and at the end of this room, we've got I don't know what this would have been. Changing room, look. Because all the hangers are up there. But there's not much left in here, just some bed sheets, some cups, old style hangers for trousers, and then a few books up there. It's not a massive amount of stuff really, and an old mirror. Go on, we're gonna have to do it because it looks rough on the edge. This. Oh, it's back. Is it backed? Remember backing your books at school? Wait a minute. Oh, I thought that was the date, but it is there. So MCM. So that's 1900. XV11 is 17. So 1917, that one's from. Oh, Jardin. Is that garden? The child's garden? But yeah, who else backed their books at school? I remember ending up having like plastic little wallet things that fit around my books. I don't really ever understand why you had to back your book, because all we used to do was draw on the front of the bit that we backed. And then the books got thrown away when we'd finished with them, or like saved somewhere that you never look at them again. So I don't really understand why you backed them. But I remember at first, I think I used to put Match magazines on the outside. Then it just ended up being plain paper and then like a plastic backing on it. Weird though that we used to do that, really, thinking back now. Right, so we're going to go past the floor that's falling in and onto what looks like more floor that's getting worse. Oh my Lord. This is worrying. Look at this box though. Let's have a look. Is there anything in it? No, there's nothing in it. But what's it say? Oh, at the bottom it says Gare St Etienne. So that's train station. Or station. Yeah, train station. 11th of December. I don't say what day, what year it is though. And legume. Earths and legume. Isn't that Eggs and vegetables. Earth is definitely eggs. Legume, I'm pretty sure is vegetables. Earth et legume in a box sent to be picked up at the train station. No wonder there's two separate sections for it. Imagine having your eggs in there with your lettuce. Is that technically a vegetable? Anyway, weird. Oh God, the floorboard just went under my foot. Oh, I thought, that's not too bad. I thought the table, like the legs were through the floor, but they're not. Right, what can we see out of this window? We can see the big shed. What about this way? Please don't drop this. I can't really see. I'm sure we'll be able to see the further up we get. But it's old glass, there's single pane glass. Right, behind us we've got a bedroom. Oh, look. Well, there's not loads in here, but there is some good stuff. Look at that. Is that a lid off something or is it a stamp? Oh, it's like a roller. It's like, what did you do with that then? Is it a stamper? What did you do with it? I don't really understand that. I think it's something to do with stamping, but I'm not sure. And I've got another little book. Have I opened it at the back? That's clever, that, man. Opening it at the back. What's it saying in here? I feel like I'm like rambling a bit today. I'm sorry. Jesus Simplement. It's a bit not very nice. Can't call him that. Oh, 13th of November 1910. So that's 115 years old. Just trying to think, was the oldest one 1820? I think it was something about 1820 or something like that. I want to get a book from the 1700s and then we can go, woo, what? Right, sometimes I think through what I'm saying. Sometimes it just comes babbling out of my mouth. And woo definitely just evacuated from me. Now, how weird is this? Does that? I don't think that goes with that. That's good though, that. But that doesn't go on there. That goes with something else. Thought it didn't look right, that. Limoges, France. Now, Limoges is actually a really good, like, if you get Limoges pottery, it's really good, but I think that's just from Limoges. It's not from the Limoges factory. I need to stop saying Limoges. It's making my mouth feel weird. But that is good. I think that's quite a lot older as well. What have we got in this drawer? Little Christian pictures. An old airbrush. Lots of these blank ones are those. Aren't these for like, let's just get them out. Aren't they for like death notes, these? Saying someone's dead. And they've got the black bit on the outside. Like that's got something in it, but I'm not opening it. What's this? Oh, what is this? Right, just give me a minute. I just need to put the torch down and we can hold it up and look. Now, there's somebody that watches our videos. I don't know how to do this at best. Oh, it might be better with the window light, you know. Somebody watches our videos and can turn these round for me. So if you are watching, please turn that round with the colours. Let's see if it's here and let's see what they look like. Was it the little boy that sat in, and I can say lived in the pram, but that went in that pram? Just never know, do you? This is what I'm saying about picking things up and looking though. I would never have found that if I'd just left everything in there. And I know some people think it's a bit disrespectful going through the stuff, and I do up to a point. But if you want to really look, the only way of looking is by actually being able to see it. And if it's shoved away in a drawer, you can't see it. So, 1954. Oh, is that the back of a pocket watch or something? 22.5, France, Argus. It's not, doesn't feel very expensive, whatever it is. Oh, this looks good though. What's this? I don't know. It's something religious, but it's a bit odd. See anything on the back? 1929. Something apostle. I don't know. I just know it's 1929. I don't know what else. If you want to try and figure that out, you can. Now you've got a wash stand. Why is it up on its back leg? It's got the front bits of its legs missing. So once again, we've got a wonky piece of furniture. But yeah, I think that's a wash stand. You'd have your big jug and bowl on there before there was taps in the house. And it'd have the marble around it, so if it got wet, it didn't matter so much. But you'd have a big, you can basically see there, look, here, where it's been all those years, picking up grime around the outside. There's definitely been a bowl or jug or something sat there. Right, what we got on here? Oh, look at that. That's quite an unusual photo. I don't know what she's wearing in that look. It's, I don't know if it looks a bit Spanish. I'm not sure. And then that looks like, is it First Communion? Like when is it 12 or something like that? That's what it looks like she's doing on there. I'm not very good with the not the Christian stuff, the Catholic stuff. I don't really know a lot about it. Is it communion? First Holy Communion, I'm sure it is. I know they do it a lot in Ireland. Well, that's because they're Catholic, Matt. Jesus Christ, I do say some stupid things sometimes. Although, actually thinking about it, the more stupid thing is I've just said that the whole of Ireland is Catholic. If that was true, there wouldn't have been half the problems that there was all those years ago. I do say some really stupid stuff sometimes. But anyway, yeah, no, I don't really know what happens with Catholics. I don't know the rituals of ages of what happens with what. There's a lot goes on. Like recently, obviously the Pope's died, and you've got all the white smoke and red smoke, and I don't really understand it all. I think it's like 1912 that. It's like when the new Pope's been chosen and things like that. It's just all a bit strange. Now, how strange is this that we've just been talking about backing school books, and this has got like a backing on it, and it's a school book. I think the girl was called Nicole Balliol or Railio. But yeah, it definitely looks like a school book. It says geography, grammar, employee. I don't know what that is. But yeah, it's talking about different lessons. So I'm guessing it's like maybe a planner for the week or homework book. Because you've got different things in there. Like there's maths over here. There's maths over here, and there's writing over here. I don't know, but it's good. Whatever it is, it's good, and the writing's brilliant. So good. Anyway, oh, look at the little purse as well. Tiny little purse. And some leather gloves. Andy'd like them. They're awful. They feel horrible. Right, come on. Right, I just heard a creak outside, like the gate being opened. I've just had a look. I don't think it has. My car's still there. So we're all right. It's like 7 o'clock at night, so people might start like coming out and going for walks and stuff now. Right, I'm starting to worry now. The further we walk along here, because this is downhill. This is definitely downhill. We are dropping slowly down. I wonder why it's like almost train tracks up here. That's weird. Oh, we got to another bedroom anyway, before I can see the devastation that is coming. Oh, this is a big bed. Chunky anyway. Oh my Lord. Yeah, it's a chunky bed. Big wooden thing. What's that up there? See, that doesn't look like France, that looks like Italy. And I don't know what's going off with this wallpaper. Now, a couple of things. First of all, my finger is throbbing. I feel a bit weird, but I think I'm just overthinking being attacked by a bat. Like, it was just so random. It just came from nowhere. It was just there. And I just went like that. and it just hit my hand, like bounced off my hand. And I didn't really think of anything of it until I saw the blood. So I don't know for a fact it was that. It could have been before. I could have done it without even thinking. But freaked me out a little bit. Now, something I've just noticed. This is actually backed on newspaper, look. I've just looked. I can't find a date anywhere. Which is a shame, because if you found the date of the newspaper, you'd know exactly when the wallpaper was put up. I don't know when it would be. If there's any other bits with newspaper on the back, we can have a look. But look at this on here. That's like a little gondola, isn't it? From Venice. It is, I'm sure that's got to be from Venice. Little Venetian. Oh, look. Is that in here? That's the first sort of more modern photo I've seen. So I've sort of painted myself a picture now that it is an older bloke. Because I can imagine him sat there, look, with his soap for shaving. I've just seen his razor. His razor's there, look. His aftershave out on the town with the bustling nightlife of where he lives, look. Look at it. Absolutely bustling. There's going to be some right raves go off around here. Definitely. No, he'll be off to the local nunnery convent to chat up the French nuns, I reckon. Such a great room though. It's big, it's high, the ceilings are high. It feels airy, like spacious. I'd love to live in a place like this, especially with those sort of views that we've just been looking at outside that window. Imagine it. Imagine living here and waking up to that every morning. Right, back out, and I know what's coming next. Look at this. I'm scared of opening this door. Oh my Lord. Wow. So this is, we were stood, oh God, we say we were stood below this, but remember how bad it was below this. So I need to be careful what I'm stood on here, really. But there's rooms and stuff full of things down there that we'll never see. And there does seem to be another building over there. Can't quite show you. But somewhere over there does seem, I'm sure I can see another room. Anyway, there's the attic. Now, I definitely don't know how I feel about it up here, knowing what I know about downstairs and how bad it is. Look at the walls. Proper old wattle and daub walls with the original beams still in there. Look at it. That's crazy. You just don't see houses made like that anymore. They've just all fallen down. This one's not far behind. Also, we have got owls, because that's those what look like poo are actually owl pellets. So they'll eat a mouse. Look, you can see the skull of one in there and the bone. They'll eat it whole with the fur on, the bones in and everything. Just swallow it. And then they've got something in their digestive system that will just like take out all the good nutrients, and they sick back up the rest of it. So what you're left with is a big sort of furry ball full of bones, which is quite amazing, really. Like, imagine if we ate a whole mouse, what it would do to us. It's like, how does some animals know what to do? I know that sounds stupid, Matt. It's like one day an owl wakes up and goes, oh, I need to use a knife and fork. Do you know what I mean, though? It's like, what differentiates different animals to go, ooh, I fancy a caterpillar, or ooh, I want to eat that mouse. It's weird how they preconditioned to know what they want in the head. It's like the instincts already know, oh, the sun's going down. Oh my Lord. For a start, these stairs are crazy old and crazy creaky. And even though they are quite firm, they're still worrying me. But look, got old shoes, old boxes, chests. And this is the bit of building I could see. Look at that. That's so good. Now, I don't dare go that way. I don't mind staying near this edge, but I do not dare go over there at all. The thing is, I really want to look in that chest. because I can see stuff in there. But I don't. I bet there's some really good stuff in there, you know. Like underneath all that, but I daren't move any further. I can't reach it properly. Same with all the stuff up there. I bet there's some really good stuff hidden away, but look at the state of this. What a shame. Right, there's a ladder there. Right, let's make our way across this horrendous floor. It's bad. It's really bad. It's so rotten. Let's see what we can see over there in a minute. I'm just going to get myself around this corner. Right, so if we look down, like I said, 2 floors and the roof are all down there on top of each other. And then, there's a bed. That's a bed. Sure it is. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's a bedroom there, look. Wonder if we can get in there. Oh, I'd like to try. I think we'll have to come back out of this building to go and have a look though. That's so cool. Really cool. Right, these floorboards aren't strong enough to take my weight. I know that. I can feel it. That one's got a big crack in it. I have to reach as far as I can. Quickly, get over it. Jesus Christ. Right, give us a sec. Right, there's not a great deal in here. Not gonna lie. There's a lot of very old... Oh God, I'm scared of this floor. Very scared of this floor. Some of it I can feel moving. That moves a lot. Come on, Matt. Come on, Matt. Come on, Matt. Look at the old little shoes. I think that's all I came over for, just to show you a thing full of shoes. But that is bizarre, like a big basket full of old shoes like that. Right, let's keep going. Back across the dodgy floor of hell. Quick, 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 quick. I don't know what quick makes a difference. I don't know why. I think that if I put my weight on it faster, it won't fall. Don't get me wrong, I am not always the most of logical people. In fact, my logic usually works backwards. I've got my own dyslexic backwards logic that nobody else seems to get, but I'm like, yeah, I'm right, I'm good, I know what I'm talking about. Whereas everyone's like, you fucking head you, something wrong with you. Well, I thought it was a waste of time coming in here and risking it. God, I better step down carefully. But I can see a box over there that looks like it's got cool things in it. So I'm hoping it's going to save my... Oh, that's off a horse as well, look there. Oh wow, what I've just seen. Yeah, look, that's off a horse, like a plough. This could be historical, look at this. Wait a minute. What does that look like to you? No, don't get me wrong, it might not be the American flag, but that's what it definitely 100% looks like to me. Sat here. Now, somewhere we went yesterday, one of the places you saw a couple of weeks ago, it said RF on everything. And this does as well. There's so much dust, I can't get it to focus. Yeah, look, and that says RF on it. So I don't know what that is. But it's not the American flag, I don't think. Well, it's not. It's not got enough stripes for a start. It's not got any stars. But is it just like a crude version? Because the French and the Americans had a really strong bond, like back in the 1800s, early 1900s. Hence the Statue of Liberty, who, was it built in France and taken to America, or was it just paid for by them? I don't know. It was the French. And then the Eiffel Tower, wasn't that something to do with the Americans? Maybe I've made that bit up. But I'm sure the Statue of Liberty, at least, was the French gift to the Americans. So I feel like they've got a really strong bond somewhere back in the past. Maybe not so much now because of everything that's gone off recently. But they did. Anyway, regardless of what's happening in the world, I'm putting the flag up there because I feel like it needs to be displayed and shown. But I definitely think that that is something important from back in the day. I don't know why. It's not just on a regular stick either. It's a proper, like, pole for a flag. So, I don't know what else is in here though. What is this? It's wallpaper, but it's got writing on it. Like old looking writing. I don't know. A lot of the stuff did though, didn't it? Like they had things written on the back. We'll get that one newspaper out and then I think that's about it. My back is broken. I'm struggling to stand up as it is. So, let's have a quick look in here myself. Right, I've opened the newspaper out and moved it up here. And it ties in, look. 1894, that's from Le Petit Journal. Now, is that when they were going and doing expeditions to like the North Pole and stuff like that? That's what it looks like. Oh yeah, look. Le Campement sur de glace. So, the camp on the ice. Expedition Polaire Wellman. These need to be in history. Oh, look at this. Oh my lord. Like French battles and stuff like that. These need to be in a museum. Not somewhere that's going to fall down. Most of it is over on the floor over there because it fell out. But I'm going to put it back together before I'm done. But yeah, what a shame. What an absolute shame. But I suppose the only thing I'm doing is saving it in history by filming it. But I can't, like I couldn't, people tell me to take things like this and I'd love to. But I can't because otherwise I'd end up with just a house full of stuff. I've just been thinking, because I've got no internet. I never have in these places and I always want to look things up. I've been thinking, and I'm sure the date has come to me, 1876 was the Statue of Liberty. And I'm pretty sure that was the friendship with France. Eiffel Tower, I actually don't. I think it's something to do with maybe 100 or 200 years since them getting not independence, where they basically got, it must have been 100 years when they got rid of the kings and queens. They overthrew the kings and queens, like civil war. I'm sure that was the 1770s when that happened. So it must be, or was it 1780s? Maybe 1780s that happened. So by deduction, if it's 100 years, then the Eiffel Tower was built to remember that, I'm sure, 100 years later. I think my brain, like I said, is not always working. I might have just made half of that up. But what I'm saying is those newspapers tie in to when that flag's from, because they're all in the same box together. So they're from the 1800s. So why is there an American flag in there? Were they like celebrating something out in the streets? Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's like a big official thing where they've brought it back from America. I just mean, like, was it a day of celebration for everybody in France? And they all had flags out and they were given those and stuff. That's the sort of thing. I think it's something relatively important in the American-French relationship anyway. That's my opinion. Now, a lot of people, a lot of explorers would have panicked and not made the effort to come up into this bit. And probably I should have been one of them. I'm resting on this now and I probably shouldn't be. But, like, that's how you find things like that. That's really excited me, and like I love this explore for that night. It will always make me think of the relationship between France and America. That will be like the defining point of this explore. But at what risk? That's the thing, you've got to sort of weigh it up. It's really hard to know when to and when not to. Anyway, I think we need to go back out of the building and try and find our way into that other bit. Oh, cellar first. I'm a bit worried about that. Like, there's two little cuts Maybe it was the bat. I don't know. If I start foaming at the mouth and go like a bit mental, getting angry at everyone, you know, that's what it. That's where batshit crazy comes from. I don't know if you knew that, because batshit you can get rabies from a bat, and rabies makes you go mental. Think about rabid dogs. That's what it is. So that's where batshit crazy comes from. Little fact for you. Now I've just been looking as I'm walking down back out of the upstairs bit down there. I can see a bike. That's somewhere we've not been. It must have been one of the end rooms and the access to the other end of the cellar that I saw. Oh God, it is worrying me, this floor. I will be happy to be on that bottom floor. Although, which is worse, being on the top floor when a house collapses or the bottom floor when the house collapses? I actually think the top floor might be better. Right, we're back at the cellar entrance. I'm not feeling this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like it. Now, you know how much I love cellars and going down them. I just feel really unsafe. Really unsafe. It smells really strong of booze in here. Really strong. I'm having to back inwards in it because I can't walk forwards down it because I can't fit. I'd end up smashing my head on there. So I'm walking backwards down the stone steps, not knowing where I'm putting my bloody feet. Which is good. Which is what you always want. Right, my thinking is this doesn't link to the other side. I think it's small. Oh my God, they're brill. Look at those old Pepsi Cola bottles. 1 litre Pepsi Cola, the old style ones. They are so good, I love them. Especially, oh no, they're both the same. I love it with the twist on them as well. If they were Coca-Cola, I'd probably take them home. That would be something I might take. Oh, it's a bit muddy and wet in here. It's a bit weird. Yeah, loads of bottles, loads of barrels. The floor is really wet. Oh, it does go. It does go through, all the way through. So we're probably going to come out. Oh, look at this. Like bloody pickled eyeballs. That's horrid. Really horrid. I don't know what they are. Are they? I don't know what they are. They blueberries? Maybe? Peaches? Not sure. Some sort of beans? It does make me wonder how long these things last before you can still eat them. Like, there's still got to be a shelf life, even if you're like pickling something, surely. But yeah, apart from those beans, wherever they were, they all seem to be the same sort of things. Peaches. Oh, I don't know, actually. I don't know what these are. Maybe plums. Don't know. Oh, and green beans. Look at the green beans. They're cool. Right, onwards we go. Further and further in. Now it's starting to look even dodgier in here, look. All this is falling down. And that's why I just heard a rat squeak then. Might have been something in my bag. More bottles in there. I'm not going in. Not with this like it is. Absolutely no way. We've got some more barrels in there. And once again, I'm not going in. So we'll go up these steps and back out. And you know what? It was really awkward to get in. So I'm so glad, because now I can just come out this way. Weirdly, sometimes that's the thing I dread the most, getting in and getting out. And getting out is worse. If you can't get in, you can't get in. If you can't get out, you're fucked. You're proper fucked. Anyway, look at this phone. No one's ever going to be able to get through to you on that, because it's off the dialer thing. Oh look, this is that bike. So we were up there at some point. Oh my God, I'm stuck. Yeah, there was a door that was blocked up as well. Was there? Where was that door then? Is it blocked up? Should I try and open it? Or not? Let me have a quick look. Well, it won't open. I can't really see what's in there. It's absolutely jammed shut or locked. So I'll get back through here and have a look at that bike. I'm telling you now, my back is in pieces. All this bending and moving and stretching. You won't think that I'd broke my back when I was younger. Don't know how I do it sometimes. I feel like I need a round of applause. Everybody watching, clap. Oh no, sorry. Everybody that's watching has got clap. Yeah, it's quite a cool bike actually. Like with the little guard bit on it there. And those handlebars are cool. But I'm guessing this would have been the garage. There had an old car in here. I would like to find an old French car or something. Anyway, this is the door that I definitely walked past to get to where I got in. So let's get round the back of the building. I'm not going to film myself climbing through all this lot because it's awful. And let's see if we can get in those buildings round the back. Actually, before we do, I can show you the outside. So like I said, it's not particularly that tall, but it is quite long. It's a long, long building. My car is like literally there, look, behind those old gates. But yeah, the garage at this end, and then the rest of it is the house. It's really good. It's so beautiful. Like, look over there. Some of the big houses around here are absolutely wonderful. And the church, wait a minute, church and a castle or something down there. Right, it's looking like it's impossible to get to that bit. I am going to try the other side. Look at the sky. Wow. I am going to try and get round the other side of the building. But I don't think I'm going to be able to. I will set up your expectations. But it's a shame because it's like a cool little tower. I don't know if you can see up there. Let me zoom in. It's even got like a little bit on top, look. A little spike. Which is cool. Right. Let's go back that way and get nettled 1,000 times again. Right, I've made my way in to the big barn we were looking at that's fallen down on one end, but that's the other side that's fallen down. Now I am a bit worried because the floor I'm stood on isn't the bottom floor. As you can see there's a ladder that goes down to the next floor, but I can't tell if there's holes in the floor or not. So at the moment I'm being really, look at that, look, stand on that, the whole floor moves. So I don't know if there's floorboards underneath this hay or not. So I'm quite concerned that I'm just going to disappear through a hole. But I just wondered, one, if we could see the other side of the building, and two, if we could get to that room, the room with the bedroom in it. Yeah, look, that takes you down to part of the thing as well. We'll look down there in a bit. Now that's a big modern piece of equipment, but God knows how they've got that in there because it's totally overgrown. Outside there, there's no way of getting in or out. So that's got to have been there for a bit, and it's John Deere, which isn't cheap. John Deere is like expensive stuff. Oh, look down here, look. Oh, this is a bit cool, isn't it? So you've got all like pen things down there, big doors, which you'll not get out of, it's all brambles behind it. The bit that we want to go to is there, but we can't get through this because this has all fallen down. Look at the wood and wattle and daub at that side though. I don't know whether we're about to get down and through here some way. Right, ladder. A bit concerned because it's got a rung missing, which means it's probably snapped when somebody else has done this. Get up to the edges. But if it does break, then I'm in trouble because it's going to hurt quite a lot. It feels quite solid so far, but it only takes one to be dodgy, doesn't it? Oh, it's awkward because I've got my bag rubbing up against the wall behind me as well. Right, I'll just get down. Well, at least I know I've got an easier way out. That goes back out onto the road and not even notice that. This takes us to that little bit, look. Oh God, with all the pens. I don't know what that would be for. I'm not sure. I feel like maybe the animals would stick their heads through there and eat whatever they were eating. I don't know. God, look at how much that wall is leaning away from the other wall. Bloody hell. Right, let's see if we can get out of this end. Fingers crossed. I haven't got a good, oh no, I'm just saying, I ain't got a good feeling about it, but it's looking like jungle central. Yeah, there's no way through. What a shame. So it looks like the tower and the bedroom is lost forever. So I'm gonna go. It's my last explore of the trip. So I've done 3. I aimed for 3, 4 maximum. 3 was the target though. And I've done it. So I'm happy. I'm exhausted. The behind the scenes videos are brill, so please watch them. And I'll see you soon. Subscribe, and I love you all. Bye-bye.
Me.
You look no different. What's happening? Why is it not working? So what's happening? Why have I got a weird beard?